So we'll start our session today. So today's topic is the stages of various stages of awakening process. Earlier about this topic, I was a little hesitant to share. I was thinking that it should be as and when you experience, I will give you one-to-one, but time has come that it is better to give some pathway or some kind of guideline. So from the normal, like what happened to me, I was, people, all the many friends of mine are here, the college friends and other ex-colleagues are all, many are all there who has seen me before 2008, when the spirituality has not occurred to me in this life. So they can see the change, they can see that what happened to me. And so what I'm today going to share is that that to me, as per my direct experience, what is the different steps from a common person who has never been into spirituality to come to the enlightenment and beyond. That is, I'm just sharing it. But let me just give you some kind of footnote. Okay, what I'm sharing, that is my personal understanding and direct experience. Sequence may change for somebody. As I mentioned earlier, everybody's journey is unique. So more or less things will be there, but it may not be in the same sequence, or the duration may change. And finally, but post enlightenment, it is almost same. But before enlightenment, some aspects may change. Something may apply, something may not apply. See, like in my case, I have suffered from serious alcoholism. So definitely you need not to be alcoholic to get enlightened. So don't misunderstand and think that unless until you go through that, it will not happen. It will happen in many ways. And some phase it may not occur at all. And everything is fine. I'm just giving you some understanding. So why I'm mentioning this, because the purpose is not just to copy things. Purpose is to understand that somebody else's path. I'm just sharing so that it will help you to decide and walk your own path. So you just need to know what are the milestones normally occur. It doesn't matter that has not occurred yet, or it has occurred differently. That is all possibility. These are all possible. I'm not claiming this is the best method or this is the only method. Okay, I'm just making it clear so that you can get it just as a guideline. All right, so now let me start this, the whole story, what normally happens.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Manali. Vasan Bhai, welcome. Somnath, welcome. So it is just sharing of that. So we can start with a common person like me. I'm a family person working, earning for, my own living, working as an engineer. At that time, I was in Muscat. So what happened is I was very successful professionally, but all other areas, because of my alcoholism and all, because the relationship with, family and my home was deteriorated. Colleagues, they started complaining against me. I was about to be fired, and all these kind of things. So many, all other than that, all it just started like falling apart. In when the professionally also it started affecting. So that time, things are like that I have a lot of professional knowledge and all, but nobody is coming to me to ask things. Like, it looks like useless. You were like, you were bypassed and things like that. That is the time. What happens is that something happens, some external events happen, and we start then reviewing our life. We start, saying, what is the purpose of all this? Where it is going? Those kind of what I was mentioning as so-called bad thing, I was saying it may or may not happen in your life. I'm not saying it has to happen. But when those things happen, then it is like your life is going to one track. Suddenly something comes and disturbs your life, and it looks like nothing is working. You give a lot of effort, whatever you know, but that point of time, nothing will work. It worked previously 10 times because of your experience of the life, but something happened, then it is not working. Your formulas are not working. You applied those formula, it happened. That's what I'm saying. You are convinced. Last 10 times it happened. You are successful applying that formula, that technique, that approach, whatever. That time is not working. So you got a helpless. First thing, what happens is you go to the rage. You go to the two emotion comes. Either you go into anger, and you got frustrated about this life, or you go into poor me syndrome. Why this is happening to me? What wrong I have done? Okay, this is very common. That's what I'm sharing with you. And because you will not understand, you don't have a clue how to solve it. You don't understand why it is happening to you, what wrong you have done. Logically, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you have done. But things looks like upside down in all front, all fronts in your life. So that all fronts means your professional life, personal life, sometimes your health wise, all things come together, or your health or your somebody near and dear one's health. So, and that time we have not only that alcoholism, we have a childlessness issues and all this, many types of things. So that is the time I started looking for what is the meaning of all those things. Sometimes you feel like suicidal even because nothing is working. And also this is a time you reflect upon what is the meaning of life altogether. As I'm saying, to ask this question to yourself, it is not for anybody else. It's not for show. You have already had a fed up with the show already because nothing works. And when you fall into this position, this situation, your so-called friends run away. Okay, you don't get that. That social elite circle will run away when you need help. So that puts you into the truth. Yeah. So then you ask question, what for all these things? Why I bought a car beyond my capacity to just to show these guys that I have this car. What for? The useless fellows, when I need it, nobody is there. So, or they may give some kind of lip service and run away. But anyway, it is not about them. It is about you. It is your life. I'm showing that what experience you get. Then you started reviewing your life and the meaning of your life, more importantly. And that is the time when you keep searching the meaning. This time, somebody will appear in your life. Okay, later on, we call it a spiritual master. Somebody will appear in your life and give you a clue that whatever life you have lived so far, there is much, much beyond to it. You have to knock the door to open. Without knocking the door, nothing will open. Then question is what to do, how I can do. Yes, I can feel there is something. And what will happen is something, all of us, we have an instrument. I will explain spiritually later on, but what will happen? Something in you will resonate with that. You might have heard that sentence many times also. All the masters, everybody, they say the same thing, basically, because truth is only one. Truth cannot be distorted, but it can be said in a different way. It can have a different versions, but it is the same truth. So whatever the things you are listening from that person, I said, you heard that. In childhood also, I have read Ramakrishna Paramahansa's book, and it was written there. So the same similar thing he was talking about. I read so and so things. Somebody was quoting about Bible and mentioned about similar thing. Gautam Buddha also said similar things. He is also telling the similar things. You might have heard that similar kind of stuff, maybe few hundred times earlier, but those times it didn't resonate with you. In fact, I shared my life story. I just, send you that the article, no, to copy to all of you. So here, if you read, and earlier I was thinking all this spirituality on all, when that time spirituality and religious practices was same. We could not distinguish the difference between the being religious and being spiritual. So religious is equivalent to spiritual. So we are just considering that all this spiritual practices or religious practices we'll do after retirement when I'll get time. I'm too busy. I'm not just I'm just professional. I need to spend a lot of time, and I have work, or maybe to raise children, to earn money, or whatever. You're busy, so it's not, there's no time for that. So it's something when nothing will be there, I will be thinking about that spirituality and what is the use of that. That was my earlier version, and I'm sure many are into that concept, that idea that it is meant for something in the old age where nothing else to be done. We'll do something that will bhajan pujan sadhana aradhana. We'll do it that time, not now. Anyway, so this is the time when when you start searching meaning of life because of any reason. It can happen after you own something also, because I'm not saying all the time it has to be bad experiences. Suppose you have there are many in, say, like Hollywood actors and all, they've gone to the peak of their career and then they realize it is not that whatever they are looking for. One of them name is Jim Carrey, the mask actor. He has transformed. He got whatever. He's one was giving one example. There are many such people who reach to the top of their peak of their career, got whatever they wanted, name, fame, award and everything, great lifestyle. Then they realize this is not what they are looking for. They were thinking this will satisfy them. They will feel the void they feel. They need to achieve something. So after achieving, they realize this is the voidness of all those things. Still, the void has not gone. So it is something else. So it can also happen in the peak of your career or peak of something. Like Samrat Ashoka. Ashoka, after winning all the war, okay, then he realized that uselessness of all those things. Okay. So anyway, so it can happen, it can trigger at different level, but there will be some triggering event. But what I'm saying is triggering event may not necessarily be dramatic all the time. Okay, don't think that actually big fireworks will happen, may not be. Something in you will change someday and you will start wondering about what the thing I'm doing here. That voice, that is your intuitive call. My dear, it is time now. Find the exit. Otherwise, you are following Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. You are all in the circles because your soul knows what you are doing for Lord many hundreds of lifetimes. Okay, that call you may or may not hear. Even somebody, there are many, they say this kind of call happened to me earlier also, but I didn't, respond to it. When I was in, say, 22 years old, it happened. When I was in 35 years old, that is also time happened. So now, say I'm 45 years old, now it clicked. It's possible. But whenever that will happen, then it is called you are ready. You are ready for the next journey of human life. What is the next journey? Next journey is from human being to spiritual being. Like you need not to leave it, but you can just, whatever is the logical operations, three-dimensional reality you are living from fifth dimensional reality, which is a 2 dimensions more than that. If you take fourth dimension as a time, so it is beyond time and space. So anyway, when you are ready, some inner call has come, somehow or other, somebody will appear in your life and show you the way. Maybe minimum, So he is the master sent by Guru Mandala. Guru Mandala means all the masters are there. Even your all past life gurus. If you have a guru in this life earlier, but you didn't follow it up properly, or follow it up because your mother told that we are taking diksha from our guru, you also take diksha, chant, and you didn't like it, but you have to do it that time. So all these kind of cases, all your gurus are also there. Okay. Then you will be actually interested in learning. Beyond that, it is very difficult, not difficult, it's practically impossible something to learn on spiritual aspects if you are not ready. Because nothing will click. Okay. Even on that stage, some people will go into again, calling names and things about that master because they don't like it. Okay. They don't like the teaching. They don't like to come out of their so-called corner or comfortable shell what they are putting themselves into it. Anyway, it doesn't matter what they say. If you are ready, if you take that step, you have to accept, yes, I'm ready to learn, or let's try. What's wrong in trying? If you turn into that mode, that master will teach you something, some technique that we call Kriya, spiritual technique. I'm not saying that you have to learn Nirmal Kriya, what we practice. I'm not saying that. Some practice, he will teach you. He or she, that master will teach you. That is called Kriya. Any master on spiritual path, when they teach anything, they always say to meditate. Okay. So that two things will happen. You will get some technique which was not done before, or even if you done earlier, you forget or you didn't give much of importance. But this time you will seriously practice that, whatever you learn. So that process, when you learn it, that is called initiation. You got initiated into something new, which will be the path for you. You just initiated, you just entered the door willingly. So after initiation, you follow the technique and then meditate. Okay, how long it will take, nobody knows. then in this respect, you go forward slowly, you get meditational experiences like higher dimensional experience, connection with the higher. You learn to have a control over your thought mind. Slowly, it may not happen overnight, but you will learn how to do it. The master will teach you how to do it. He will help you. Because without that, you cannot go beyond. And at the same time, whatever practices you are doing, it will help you to raise your vibration. So whatever the technique the master will teach, it has got a two purpose. One is to have control over your thought mind, to reduce or go to no thought. And secondly, to raise your vibration. Because what happens is, because of the vibration only, we keep suffering. There is a, PVF, there is a, Dr. David Hawkins, there is a research, we have shown that cone, multicolor cone and all this kind of things. There, the vibration of 250 hertz is neutral. Below that, it is negative, like negative emotions, jealousy, hatred, and all these kind of things. 250, above 250 is positive. So you need to come to positive territory to get the benefit. Otherwise, you keep suffering if it is less than 250. You'll be tempted to do all those things. Hatred, jealousy, all the anger and all this kind of stuff. To pull you up from that, the master will teach you a technique which will, this Kriya and all, it will help you to enhance your vibration. When you go into higher into the vibration, automatically, lot of things, you will automatically get rid of it. I normally give example of a very old jewelry, maybe, my grandmother's jewelry, it was kept in a, under lock and key. And after 100 years, you brought that, there's a lot of dirt around it. And if you wanted to sell it, you go to a jeweler. What jeweler will do? They will take some kind of, like a container and put it into that, and the container put it in a machine. It's an ultrasonic machine. Ultrasonic machine will do like vibrate, and your jewelry is in that water or liquid, whatever that solution. So what will happen is, wherever the dirt is, it will come out from the jewelry and go into the water. And then you simply take the jewelry out of that, and it will be completely clean. You need not to find out which corner is that dirt and you have to clean it, and no need. Just simply by raising the vibration, all dirt will come out automatically. Same way, when you practice, you raise your vibration in your system, whichever is attracting all these things into your life. Bad events, people are criticizing you, or you are, you get subdued and suppressed, and all these things actually you are attracting by your vibration. When you raise your vibration, things will automatically change. People will treat you differently, not because that they got different, because we call it we attract the vibe. Your vibe is different, so the other people's behavior will automatically change. They will also not know consciously. Okay, suppose you, I'm just giving in some example, you'll understand what is there. Suppose you've gone to some visit to some place remote, and there are, you're staying in a guest house or some place, and there are some some servants in that guest house. Some servant, you feel like I should shout at him, because you don't liking what the way they are doing things. Maybe spoon falling down or something, something will trigger you. or they may not be doing anything wrong, but you feel like to shout at someone but not shout at the other. You don't know that person, but you feel like, that's, somebody is worth to shout at. This kind of things is coming from the vibration, because that person's vibration is such, you feel like, shouting at that person. Same thing happens to us. Many things, just simply by raising your vibration, will disappear automatically. You need not to plan it, this and that and all those things. Many people, when I'm just a little bit going a little off track, so they come to me, they're suffering so and so, so and so. So they think that their problem is unique, so I should be able to give some kind of unique solution. I said, do 108 stomach breathing. I said, what nonsense. It is I heard 108 stomach breathing from the beginning. I'm in a big trouble, and you're also telling me the same thing, because that 108 stomach breathing will raise your vibration, and those problems, no matter what it is, it will go automatically. If you seriously practice, okay, because I'm not here to impose anything on you. It's up to your will. If you're not doing it, don't think you are cheating me. You are cheating yourself. I need not to know. It's all fine with me. How does it matter? It will be a little delayed, but you will get it there ultimately. I know. Okay, so I have no such thing that you are disobeying me, or it is nothing of that sort. I have unconditional love for you no matter what you do. Okay, so it is not about that. It is about you to get it. It is not a different technique you have to learn every day. It is not an entertainment show that you need a different show, different day, or, in the TV, morning some show, evening some show, and it will sequence and nothing like that. Same thing. You practice it and get out of it. Anyway, so whatever technique the master teaches you, there is a two main purpose. That is, one is to have control of your thought mind and raise your vibration. When your vibration is going and thought is under control, new experience will happen. You can actually feel your life around you is transforming. Nothing outside will transform, by the way. Okay. So it is not about others. Others may not change, but your approach will change. No matter what others do, nothing will affect you anymore. Okay, you have to come to that level. Anyway, so if you keep practicing, then slowly you come to a level when you actually started loving it. Means if you don't meditate, one day you feel like something is missing in your life. So you have to come to that level. It cannot happen in a routine or discipline. It's not a military rule. As long as you're doing it as a duty, that thing will not happen. The X factor will not come. It will remain as practice, and it is like practicing yoga asana. I mean, and different asanas, or jogging, or it's not about jogging and this thing. It's not a physical exercise or breathing exercise. It is a pathway to your enlightenment. So to cross that level of doing it as a physical exercise or physical practice to the spiritual, the trigger is when you actually start loving it. Okay, then you can change it to as per your thing. It's fine. Suppose you like to do it in the evening rather than in the morning, this all fine. But actually you will come out with something which works for you, and keep doing it. And then whoever is the master is guiding you, they will teach you how to reduce the expectation, because expectation is another spoiler. Expectations, milestones, Okay. These are second degree spoiler. Okay. Many a time, that's why you might have asked, I'm at what level? I said, forget about level, you keep practicing. Why? Because this kind of level business is coming from your third dimensional reality. In higher dimension, there is no such called milestone. You have to live in the moment. Forget about milestone. Forget about something to achieve. You are there. You have to realize it. The realization doesn't have a milestone. It is already there. You have to just realize. And that is why theoretically it is possible to get enlightened in a moment. Okay, but anyway, so I'm not going into the extreme example. This has also happened, but of course, there is some past life things and other things were there. That's why it's happened. But otherwise, the moment you realize that you are not the wave, you are ocean, that's it. You are ocean. Okay. All right. So now we have come to a level where you are meditating regularly, not because you have to, because you are enjoying. Your vibration is going higher and new experiences happening. Maybe you get connected sometimes into the oneness. You feel that your sixth body experiences. You can have it during meditation on your own without guidance of anyone. Then beautiful experiences and things will happen. This will continue for some time, and this phase will help you to, to transform your life once you are living that. And at the same time, you will be attending all your duties, all your things in parallel. You are not running away from any duty, because we are working again, householder spirituality. No need to leave and go to Himalayas for solitude, or it's all nonsense. Okay, you can do it here even better, because you need to be in a multi-point awareness, not running away from this. More the chaos outside will actually help you. It is possible to be aware of multiple things at the same time. You have a capacity. We never use it. We always use mind, and mind has a property. It cannot concentrate more than one thing at a time. If you concentrate one, you forget the other. But our chidakas, our soul's memory, that operating level, soul consciousness, has a huge ability. It can be multiple, aware of many things at the same time. Okay. It is automatically it running your heart and blood circulation and your breathing, your body, self-healing, all doing many things at the same time. You are consciously not aware. So more you listen. So the last phase we go to the expanded awareness state. I said, listen to all the sounds. What I used to do is, I'm just sharing my own story. I used to go to a mall or something, sit down. Your eyes may not be closed also. Okay. But internally, you have to be calm. You shouldn't be doing something. That's all. Sitting there quiet, and then you listen to all the sound without leveling them, without showing too much of interest. Why that fellow is doing that way? No interest. Just watch. Or airport when waiting for the flight. These places I used to just meditate with open eyes. So that we get the multiple awareness. We come into that field of multiple awareness things together. Okay. So slowly, your wings are getting developed. Awareness and understanding. Those are the two wings. And as I said, the tail is a gratitude. You have to be focused to the divine. Thankfulness from your heart to that from where you receive this kind of knowledge and this kind of understanding. So that is need to be there with love and gratitude. With otherwise, you will be directionless. That's all. Nobody is asking you to be grateful about them, or grateful about asking gratitude and subordination on. There's nothing like that. It's up to you. Because when you are grateful, you are vibrate at the very high level and different level altogether. So that's what you need, that rather than transactional. Okay. Rather than say, oh, but I didn't get that much, or so and so got so much. Or not for me. I don't think he worked that hard, so I should not be that kind of grateful. Okay, 30% gratefulness, fine. This is your transactional mind is telling, you know, because it is not that person. You are wrong again. You are looking at the personality. Whatever is coming from that, it is coming from Guru Mandala. Guru Mandala knows everything. Each and every cell of your body, the Guru Mandala knows. Okay, and not this life, all your past lives. So it's not somehow they're doing some mistake here, or they're confused. It can never be. Okay. Oh, but one thing is, they can, they're passionate and they can wait. Like the small children do some naughty things, no, you allow it. Okay. So dropping the spoon, one child is playing, they're dropping the spoon and all, and somebody is picking it up and enjoying. You allow them to let the child drop the spoon. It's okay. Like that. Okay. Some point of time he will fed up with the dropping spoon and he will stop and he will understand. No issues with that. Okay. You need not to scold and punish for that. That's how the Guru Mandal looks at us. Anyway, so then slowly, your karmic thing, first of all, this will not happen unless until your karmic baggage is over. So when you work towards your own karma, sincerely, 100% effort. So you are now committed to the path. I have to come out of it. Whatever my karmic burden, I'm ready to settle all those things from your side. Practically, it's not possible to settle everything in one life, but at least you are ready. You are ready to start that. You will not binding any new karma. And whatever karma you know and don't know, you are trying to settle that. You're working towards that. You have done wrong to somebody and you just ask for forgiveness. Ask. You may not get it, but you ask. Come out of that ego trip that if I ask, say sorry to someone, I will lower. This higher and lower concept in your mind, that need to drop. That is your idea. Okay, because you don't get liberated if you keep on doing up and down and up and down. That's what we are doing for lifetime after lifetime. Who is up and who is down? Or your social status, economic status, your intelligence, your degree, your designation, doesn't matter. Those will be taken away at one point of time anyway. You come out of that consciously because you have to drop all the lower level things so that you get something higher level. Unless until you drop those things, you cannot reach the higher. This example I give, that you are walking the steps. One foot is on the third step, one is on the fourth step. Unless until you release the third step and shift it to the fifth, you will not be able to go up. No, you are stuck there. And most of us are stuck there because of that. We could not truly release our that leg. Whatever you enjoy, that is a step. That is a stable. Nothing wrong with the third step. But to move up, you have to release it. It is not because they are wrong, because you need to go up. Anyway, earlier we realized that it is better. Okay. So then we move up, we release it. Once we release it, we get liberated. Then we can go further steps up. So like that, these things happen in our life. So slowly, we take care of our karma as far as possible. Or if somebody is already departed, then we pray and try to settle whatever knowingly things. And so this way you get cleansed. Your ego became minimized. You are more, free and available for this kind of doing this kind of activities. We call it make amends. To make amends to those who have done wrong. You have done wrong for your understanding. If somebody else has done wrong to you, forgive. Because ultimately it doesn't matter. Some people say, जिंदगी भर इसको माफ नहीं करेगा. अरे जिंदगी भर तू माफ नहीं करेगा तो अगले लाइफ में लेकर जाएगा. Okay, forget about, you don't need another life. You forgive. It's okay. So get all these techniques. Why? Because you need to get liberated. You need to get unburdened. You need to go beyond that. Okay. Don't be happy with because your shackle is made of gold. Oh, मेरा जो है ना पैर में बेड़ी पड़ा है वो तो गोल्ड के है. अरे छोड़ यार, तू उसको भी काटना है ना. लोहे का है या सोने का है, doesn't matter. Ultimately you are shackled. You have to cut the shackle. Anyway, with that realization, you try to cut all these kind of things. No matter what the advantages or disadvantages, you work towards it. Then during this, when you get control over your mind and you are working in this way, when you meditate, then meditation become longer and longer, and karma become less and less. Then one divine time, Guru Kripa will happen. The divine grace will happen. You will be able to meditate, keep into the no thought zone for 45 minutes continuously. You'll be able to. Earlier it was not possible. But now you unburden, karma become less and you are ready. The divine grace happens. You cross that and your God spot open, you get liberated, and the remaining karma, whatever is balanced, will be lifted up by the divine. I call it in the Babaji's grace, all will be burnt, rest of your karma. It will happen. You cannot achieve by doing anything. It's not achievable. 500 lifetimes of karma, it is impossible to get it in one life. Forget about in few years. But what I am saying here, listen this part very carefully. What I am saying here, if you give 100%, if you say no matter, 500 lifetimes karma, I'll start now. I will start, burning through meditation, through Dhyana Agni. I will start burning from this life. I'm ready. No cheating, no smart thing or deal with the divine. Okay, you are wasting time in that case. Okay, ठीक है, मैं तो दिन में 2 घंटे मेडिटेट करता हूं, तो I should get at least 5 lifetime karma तो होना ही चाहिए. Forget about nonsense. वो गोडाउन भरा पड़ा हुआ है कर्मा बीज से. एंड एक मेडिटेशन मतलब एक एक बीज यू आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू रोस्ट. ड्रॉप दैट आइडिया कि 5 बीज अभी रोस्ट कर लिया, अभी कुछ ना कुछ तो थोड़ा सा इफेक्ट तो दो. Come out of this mindset. Surrender. It's all yours. I know. That is the truth. In this lifetime, I come to know these things, these techniques. I'm using it for burning my karma. I'm ready. I don't have all the capacity. I can do this much. I'm doing it wholeheartedly. Rest, I'm surrendering. That is the truth. You go with the truth. So one divine time, divine grace will happen. When? Nobody knows. If you tell me after 3 years, do I get enlightened? I don't know. It can happen tomorrow. But only thing I can tell you, you just follow that. It will happen for sure, I know. But when, I don't know. Because higher dimension, there is no time. If I give you time, that is my personal prediction. And prediction to be strictly avoided on spiritual path particularly. Because a lot of possibilities are there. which path you will choose, based on that possibility outcome will come. So it is your free will. In the free will area, we cannot predict. Okay, somebody come, you say, my son, to whom he will marry. I don't know. It is his free will. Okay, I can only give blessings so that he is, whatever he selects, that's going to be correct. But to whom, I don't know. It's their free will, and the karmic things are involved there. So I cannot predict that. Okay, just understand that this is the thing. Anyway, so I'm not deviating from that. So now what will happen is slowly come to a level where you got into that mode where you can meditate anytime, your thought is under control, no thought, and you actually crossed that 45 minutes of no thought one day. And your God spot open, and you can feel that. I have shared my experience of that day in this write-up. You can do. Again, I'm saying not necessarily the same thing will happen to you, but similar thing will happen to you. I'm just making a statement now. Whoever has got enlightened, historically, they have got enlightened only through this way. Just keeping mind at no thought for minimum 45 minutes. How they reach there, it's a different thing. You call it samadhi, mahasamadhi, or this. It's up to you how you just do that. But it is a no thought. Whether you can do laughter yoga, keep laughing and be there, or there are creative persons. If you are doing acting, I'm saying that the drama or this kind of acting. If you do acting wholeheartedly for 45 minutes, being into that character, there is no other thought there. You get enlightened. You are cooking, 45 minutes fully concentrated into cooking. No other thought, only cooking. You get enlightened. You are climbing a mountain, rock climbers. You're fully concentrated on just how to climb. You're climbing a big rock face. Your mind is not working. You are climbing. You can get enlightened. Extreme thing, like suppose you've fallen into a river in a mountain. Okay, what you are doing, you are just avoiding to get hit by a rock. You are fully concentrated, alert. 45 minutes pass by, you are in the river, you are saving yourself basically. But no other thing happening in your mind. I'm giving some situations when it is possible. It's not possible only to meditation can happen different way. Meditation means no thought in the mind, and that can be achieved many ways. Just understand that. Okay. That you can get enlightened. Okay, there are many ways you can get this kind of things is possible. What I'm saying is, when that happens, all your remaining karma boj, karmic accounts get closed by the divine. And it is that go down I'm talking about, that gets burnt. They put a matchstick and burn it. To reach to that level, time to time, somebody will come, some masters will help you to go in the immediate block. You are stuck there somewhere. You need to remove one block, not everything. That will happen at the time of enlightenment. Remove that block. If you come to know some master who knows karmakshalan, it's a huge grace from Guru Mandala. Not everybody can do that. That's called karmakshalan. Karmakshalan. Delete karma. Because you are stuck into immediate roadblock. When the mountain roads you go, the bus is stopped, big queue because one rock has fallen. So what you need to do, that rock need to be shifted about. Some PWD of road authority come, they put a bulldozer and shift it, or do something, or put a dynamite and break that rock, and then you can go like that. You have not reached the destination, but at least immediate roadblock is removed. Otherwise, keep stagnant there. You cannot go. No other way. Mountain road. Okay, like that. Anyway, all these will be happening because of your own qualification, how ready you are. When you are ready, master will appear. You yourself may not know that you are ready. But as I said, Guru Mandala knows everything. What I am saying, from your side, don't bother too much. Just go with the flow. Whatever available, only your responsibility to say yes. Okay. If they say, okay, let us, meditate or do something, only from your side, you have to say yes. That's all you need to do. There also, it's I think today is not a very good day for me. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow, I think I have some meeting. After that, 5 o'clock, I'll be free. So then I will give him time so that I can get it. And after that, I have to go to the shopping mall. So I can, don't be smart with all this thing. Try to get it as quickly as possible. Okay. Just I'm saying because that may not happen. The next day may not come. When you say ready, if somebody says, you might have seen, if somebody says, I'm ready to get initiated, I am behind that person I will give you time. I will take a leave from my office. I will come to your house to teach. Why? Because if you miss that, tomorrow may not come. You'll miss this opportunity to get initiated altogether. It's not because of me that I want more people in the group. No. Okay. 2 weeks back, Sulava, you are there? Sulava, just unmute and raise your hand.
Yes, Guruji, I'm here.
Okay. So in your case also, I told Vindhya to contact you and come and all these things.
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason was, if the time slot goes, if it's not done, I don't want to create, inconvenience to you or something. Because if the time goes, you may not get that opportunity, because these are all guided by the divine. So yes, this time, if you don't get initiated, you may lose it. Maybe somebody else will come after 5 years. That's fine. That's okay. But that is why, if somebody says, I wanted to do Kriya or something, I go to that person's house and do that and do the initiation, because it's not me. The time is important. It may go away if it is not acted on properly. So I'm just, from my side, I make sure that is implemented as fast as possible. All right, Sulava, so you got that initiated and all, no? That is the thing. But before that, 1 or 2 times we have been communicating and, the time was not being adjusted. So that was the reason. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Anyway, so when that Guru Kripa happens, that is the day of your enlightenment. Okay. It is a process actually, and that process ends there. The enlightenment process. Enlightenment is just an instant thing, because you need to be ready. You have to be experiencing all this kind of things to hear. So now I'm going to show you a slide, okay, where these steps are mentioned, whatever I told so far, so that we get a little bit of recapitulation up to enlightenment. And then if you have any question, you ask me. Then I'll go to the next step, post-enlightenment step. Okay. So I'm going to share one slide. Can you see the slide? I cannot see you. You have to say yes, somebody.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, that's great. So just for a recapitulation, first point is life out of control, trigger events, searching meaning. So that I'm not going to explain further. So you all know what that means. And then a master will appear in your life and you get initiated into something, some spiritual practices. There are multiple methods, doesn't matter which method, but some method which is more appropriate for you. Guru Mandala will send one master to whom you can learn and understand. Then whatever you learn, that you will follow the spiritual practices and increase your cellular vibrancy that I already mentioned. So that stage. Then when you keep meditating, the meditational experiences will happen, and you experience the expanded awareness. There is some vibration you never felt before that will happen. You'll experience those things, the higher dimensional experiences that you can have directly. Then when vibration keep going higher, one point of time your heart chakra will open. You can feel pure love. Pure means unconditional love, your true state. And also you can feel the oneness. During that process, I think the next part, the churning and healing will happen. But this part I have not, I think, addressed earlier. One point of time during that process, suddenly you will be feeling that this nothing is working, or all some external events will lead you to something that nothing is working, and all whatever you know is backfiring, and this kind of things. And that also some spiritual the practitioners, they call it a dark night of the soul. But there is nothing called dark night of the soul has never been dark. So it is a dark night of the ego, you can say. During that process, ego annihilation happens, because those are created so that you lose control. You can feel that ego, we cannot take something beyond that. That is the reason your external events start backfiring. You can have a issue with your relationships or jobs or something. These are giving you some kind of jerk in your shock in your life, external life, so that it is the ultimate thing of the ego to get out of it. If it is not gone already, it will go during that time. So that is a phase also comes. I'm just informing you, no need to be scared about that, because already you come in the fold of a master, he will guide you. Okay. Then what happens is, in the next step, you get detached from the external world. You got more inward. You experience stillness. Stillness is no thought of the mind, and you are in the witness mode. You are in the world, but not involved into the world. You are witnessing. Same thing what our soul consciousness does. It does not. I already explained our active. When mind is active, our conscious mind, then soul is in witness mode. You will also be consciously go into the witness mode, and the stillness will be felt in your mind. You get more and more interested into the meditate, and get more experiences internally than going into the external world and try to get any kind of recognition or award or reward from the external world. And then the next step is that I said that during that one of that time, the divine grace will happen. The trio dissolution happens. The enlightenment process, before enlightenment, trio means whatever you're witnessing so far, that also need to go. Okay. The object and the witnesser and the process of witnessing, these three also need to go before enlightenment. Because as long as witnesser is there, if somebody is witnessing, then enlightenment is not possible. When the witnesser is gone, then it is completely taken over by your chidakas, or the soul consciousness. And that is the state of enlightenment. So this is up to the, up to the level of enlightenment. So I'm back to the screen now. If you have any question up to this point, you just unmute and ask. No question? Okay, that's good.
Rajiv
Yes,
Bhai,
yes, Basant.
So essentially where you are, you can easily see it. I mean, I think what I love about this slide is it is so easy for you to reflect where you stand. The
Yeah.
trick, thing is, for example, what I'm trying to articulate is, Rajivai, as you do what you do, my understanding is you just continue the path. Moving and transitioning is not in your control. You just do it.
Exactly.
So whatever phase you're stuck in, just go with the flow, and you will automatically be guided. Is that the right way of thinking?
That is the right way. Means when you are driving, no need to bother what road will join at what point and all. It's no need. Don't analyze. Keep walking, you will be there. Keep moving. Keep driving, you will be there. Don't waste your time in analyzing. That's what I mean. Because all this analysis comes from your mind level, and this is beyond mind. Okay, so it is no point in analyzing something in a mind when it is not a mind thing altogether. It is about the experiences. It about you to experiencing that phase. It cannot be reached there by guessing something. Okay, and most of the time, sometimes it will be a spoiler. Okay, if I guess something and all, that's all. Keep moving, you will be there. Why I know you will be there? Because there is no other way. Okay, that is the only way to go to the spiritual being and get out of this art plane. Death is not going out from the art plane. Enlightenment is. All of you will be enlightened, I'm sure. When, I don't know. That part I don't know. Time, I don't know. Because that is the only way.
Connected to this is the second part of the question, Rajdeep, is something a little subtle. Is as you go through this journey, you start experiencing, and sometimes you get powerful experiences, sometimes mind just takes over, and you just sit and you question, saying, what in the world am I doing with this? And where am I going? If I'm not progressing, I'm regressing in my... So how would you recommend should one conduct when you have the Guruji calls it hunting? So how do you still manage it?
See, I'll share how I managed it. Even there is not so good experiences, I accept it as a divine experience. Even though my mind is telling it's nothing good about it, it's nothing extraordinary. But I take it also as a divine experience. Maybe I need to go through this also. That's fine. When that acceptance comes, then your path becomes easier. Okay, so that is the thing. You accept whatever it comes as a divine experience. I'm just sharing during one meditation session, Mataji came and telling the same thing. Many people say, I didn't have any experience during meditation. One of our very senior member here also, and she was also telling that I don't get any experience. So can you ask Mataji, what is about this, me and all? So that was the context. Then when I asked Mataji said that even a shade, a dot, a black spot has a meaning. Okay. Whatever you see, it is a meaning. Only the meaning is not clear to you. That is the only thing. But it is not that you will not have experience. Maybe your expectation is too high. You think that experiences will be like a TV show. It may not be. It cannot be shade of light with a meaning. Like how you accept it. Let me try to phrase it properly. The way you receive it, that is the message, not what is shown. You know all of that. When you go into the higher level of awareness, you see the multiple numbers. Say 111, 1111, or 222, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. This kind of stuff. So that many of you are already seeing it, because it is about the consciousness. It was happening earlier, but more you conscious, so those are angelic messages. So now, sometimes what happens is that I saw that 1, 2 here, 3 there, and 4 here. Different. Physically, you say, what nonsense? 1, 2 was there, 3 there, 4 here. Different. They may be different, but what clicked inside you, 1, 2, 3, 4, you got the message. So it is you, how you receive it, that matters, not what is shown. You got my point? I'm getting all the time, because not only that, I can get a different way, because physically it may not be possible to give you that message, but you can receive message even if physically it is almost impossible to give you that. Okay, so that is the type of, that's what I'm saying. It's not possible that you are not getting any messages. Okay, at the same time, and let me also mention it here, when you go to the very high level, ultimately, if you touch upon the source, you go into the oneness, the content is not there. The triode dissolution, why it is triode dissolution? About that what you are witnessing, object, the witnesser has to go. So the object remains as it is, like a pure form. No one is witnessing. Like a flower giving fragrance in the forest. No one is there to appreciate and witness. It is there. That's all. That's complete by itself. So similarly, all objects are independent and they are individually these things. There's no one is there. Okay, so that is called awareness is aware of itself. That is a liberated state, because that's why there is no content. There is no need to be a content. When you reach to a very high level, there is no content. It is like peeling off layer of an onion. Keep searching something. Finally, when you give a blank, there is nothing there. All layers are removed. There is nothing. But it is vibrating silence. Okay, that is the state. You may reach to that state where even experiences stop. But that does not mean it is not a spiritual experience. In a very high level, even your content stops. The source doesn't have any content. Content is created by the source, but it itself doesn't have any content. It doesn't have a mother circuit board inside. It's a blank, full potential energy. I mean, potent energy, not potential energy. Okay. Anyway, I think somehow I reached to that point. Yeah. So whatever you get, that is more important. Even if you are not showing anything,
Sure,
you must still get something within you. That is the thing. That is your experience. Okay.
understood. Thank you.
All right. So, yes, Vikas.
This trial dissolution, if witnesser is gone,
Yeah.
so that will be a total blank, right?
Now,
It will be
no, if it witnesses goes, not total blank. What I'm saying is, if the object is there in the pure form, no one is witnessing. Everything is pure. Everything is in pure form. Like, they don't need anyone to certify its existence. So that witnesser has to go, because witnesser is your ego. That also need to go. When you become you can experience it in pure form. Those things, it is as it is. There's no one is explaining it. That is called pure form. So everything existence is in the pure form.
you mean to say that is a deep sleep state?
No. Okay. Triode dissolution I have already explained earlier in another session. Okay. You go through that. You just listen to that again. Triode dissolution I have already explained, I think last month or sometime. Okay. Go through that. Find out and go through. It will be there. So I'm not explaining triode dissolution here. But what I'm saying is triode dissolution happens before you got enlightened. You come to the pure form. You are not an experiencer. You got a pure experience. Pure experience, that is the difference between Anubhav and Anubhuti.
Yeah.
Anubhav is somebody is experiencing.
Hmm.
And Anubhuti is experienced of itself. There's no one is witnessing. Okay. Means I am looking at the sunrise is Anubhav because I am involved here. I am experiencing the sunrise. And the second Anubhuti is sun is rising. It doesn't matter anybody is witnessing or not. Should I say it again? First
Yes.
one is I am watching the sunrise. Oh, today's sunrise is very good. Means I am observing the sunrise, right?
I
So
am
I am
there.
sharing my experience. But today morning in Dubai, sun is rising. Forget about Dubai also. Sun is rising. No experiencer involved. Sun is rising. Pure statement. It doesn't matter. Anybody is witnessing or not. So first one is Anubhav. Second one is Anubhuti. It's in the pure form. Sun is rising and it's total, complete by itself. No need for anyone to see or not to see. Okay. It is a simple statement but profound meaning. Okay, you need to contemplate on that. What is the difference? इधर भी तो sunrise हो रहा है, उधर भी sunrise हो रहा है, इसमें क्या? But meaning is quite different. In first place, someone is seeing that event. And second one is there is no event. It is complete by itself. Okay, anyway. But this triad resolution I already explained earlier in another thing. Just have a look into that, which one and that find it out and look into that one.
Okay.
All right. Any other question so far on this? No? Okay. Now let me explain you what happens post-enlightenment, just for your information. After first thing what happens after enlightenment, when you come to the truth, the higher truth, but you get broadband connections opens 24/7. You come directly in contact with the truth. Then all your personal life's journey does not matter anymore. Your soul's journey open up for you. As a gift, you will get two things definitely you get. One is your past lives and future is given to you. You can go to any of your past lives and you can experience that you lived here before. What are those things? What happened there? How come you have come to this? Everything is open for you. And second thing also, one of the thing you get healing ability. You'll be able to heal yourself and others. That you get as a gift. You can say that the gift of the many things you get, but these two definitely will get. So this life journey doesn't matter anymore. Your soul's journey is revealed to you. Before that, you are not knowing what you were doing before and all this. Other lifetimes and all. Maybe sometimes you go into past life regression therapies and all these kind of things. I also went to meet somebody, but that's for confirmation. But otherwise, you may not get the but it is on your own. You don't need anyone. Not even your guru. You have to do it yourself because it is in your system. Your fifth body, your karmic, and fourth body is a knowledge body. All information is stored there. So you get access to those things. So you have already come to that level, and then what happens is you get connected with the universal consciousness. So the truth is revealed to you. Why there are so much population and what they're doing, what are the other souls purpose of the on this planet Earth, and how the universe was created to start with. All this you have a direct experience. Okay, you can have that feeling of oneness. That you go to your sixth level, you can get into any time. You go to the source, you are the one. That you can get direct feeling. And you realize that all universe is created by you, for you. You can change at your will at that level if you want to, but there is no need. It's all perfect. You can see the perfectness of things. You can see the beauty of things. Beauty is a low level language. The higher level of the glory of that, the magnificency of that, the sublime things in the what has been created. And other day also I was telling that the sky is blue and all these things. This is a beauty, is created for you to experience yourself. Okay. And there are who gone to that level of awareness. They can realize the bird is chirping because of you. The beauty, all beauties in the world, the flowers and fragrances are created for you to enjoy. You only created. The one has created everything. All these mountains and the sea and waterfalls and all these things have been created. Okay, wonderful things have been created. The much richness has been created for you to enjoy. So anyway, so first thing, practical thing that happens after that, to realizing the truth, that higher truth, it is so true. All of us has a machine to accept what is the truth and what is not. And you internally know these are truth. Nobody is coming and telling you, giving lecture, realizing the truth yourself firsthand. First thing what happened, truly, literally, apna bolti band ho jata hai. First thing what happens, our mouth gets shut. But if you tell into, some slang Hindi language, apna lag jata hai ekdam. Looking at the truth and the vastness of that. Completely perplexed. So far, whatever you left the life, the logic and all, everything go haywire. You are directly realizing the truth. And that truth to get absorbed, your past life, what happened, how you are here, all your questions slowly get answered. Any question you might have, any. So that particular period is called silence period. Okay, in my case, it has happened that 2010 December, that so-called that enlightened Guru Kripa happened. After that, till end of 2013, 1st December 2013, when Babaji appeared and say your silence period is over. First thing he told. During this period, 2011, 12, 13, these 3 years, I was doing just minimum business, but not talking too much with anyone. Okay, just do a little bit, our Kriya group, do Kriya, and that's it. Chaya piye, chal diye. There's no further thing. To absorb the truth. 3 years. It go into years, I'm telling you right now. Okay. So when to break that, uske liye bhi permission lagta. Babaji came and then he told, you can see in my life story, then he told that your silence period is over. You go and share your experience and teach others, householder spirituality and Kriya Yoga. After that, I started sharing my past life stories and all. So what I understood, what Babaji meant is, if I share my personal story, then people will, if they think that, oh, if it can happen to him, why not me? Okay, not for ego, not for telling I'm better than you. Just to inspire you to say, if that thing can happen with this drunkard, Why not me? Very cute.
So this is your greatness, Rajdeep. You call yourself drunkard.
It doesn't matter, whatever you call it. It's all gone. More than 7 years, all body cell has changed.
I don't think I could have. I can belittle me that way in front of a lot of people. So
that's what I'm saying. That it doesn't matter belittle or be big. Okay. So what I'm saying is that is the ultimate realization that happens, that that you are passed through. Then after that, what happens is, one point of time, you, as I'm saying, that you download any information, the truth, direct, first-hand experience, not reading books. Because reading books is intellectual understanding. Nothing wrong with reading books, but that will not get you the spiritual experiences. Download any information at your will, and you live in the moment, every moment. You are not controlled by your mind that you have to depend on your memory or you have to plan something for future. You know that what is going to happen anyway, your life's path, what you have chosen at soul level. When one point of time will come when all your questions will be answered, like, or you can say there is no more questions left, or if any new question comes, you can instantly connect and download. You need to prepare for it. You need to consult books for it. It will be given, downloaded. When somebody is coming and telling you something, instantly some message will come, how to guide. You said no need to plan, or, I have to come back to you, or these things. There's no need. Instantly it comes. So that proper guidance is given, or all questions are answered. No need to dodge the question unless until it is harmful to the other person to listen. Then that need to be filtered out, because you are not ready to take that. Okay, this is very exceptional cases. Normally it doesn't happen, but otherwise it is normally given as a flow. So one point of time will come, everything is known, nothing else to ask. Okay, that is the time when you nothing else to be done, and you, most of the time, that masters, that time you become a master, because you already know this, everything you are aware of. That is the time most of the masters, what they do is they can flow the energy anywhere they want. Forget about opening and chakra. This chakra, there are more chakras higher above the body also. What they do, they move energy up and down, and they can concentrate that energy, operating energy, anywhere. But most of the masters, they concentrate their energy on their heart chakra. During the operating of the rest of their life, they bring that energy to the heart chakra and work with the compassion. Two things they do. They surrender themselves to the divine, and the rest or remaining part of their life, they do the service for humanity. Whatever the divine is wishes for that humanity, they play the role to, execute that at the physical level. So indirectly, they become the agent of the divine, and rest of the life, they stay in that. So that is, I go back to the slide, and this is the last 4 points. This is enlightenment stage. Oh, sorry. Have you seen the slide? Not yet, I think. One moment.
You want water? Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Can you see the slide now?
G.
Okay. So come to the point number 9. So this is the silence period and soul's journey revealed that I explained to you. A direct experience of the truth and all questions answered. So this is the phase, all question answered. Then you have nothing else to do. The surrender to divine, live in now with infinite joy and bliss. So that is completely peaceful state with a peak of the joy of this, soul consciousness. And this is also known as a Sachidananda state, Satchit Anand state. This Anand is the joy, the divine, the divine experience. That's called Ananda, a joy. And then rest of their life, their mission is to service to the humanity. So the rest of the life they normally spend with that. Those masters who have chosen not to go back to that humanity again, but to remain into that, their own experience, they are called mystics. They are not masters. They are self-realized, but they are not devoted their life, rest of their lives to the humanity. So they are the mystics, but those who have chosen to go back to the humanity to help our fellow human beings to walk the path, so they are called the masters. So that is the last few slides. So that ends that presentation and learning session. So if you have any question, I'm back now. Can you see me now? Just give me thumbs up. Yeah, okay. All right. Now if you have any question, final questions about post enlightenment thing, you can ask me now. Then we'll go into our Kriya and meditation.
So that's the question.
Yes.
Are these steps has to happen, all these, or it varies from one level, one journey of spirituality? I mean, the journeys are different, right? So all these steps has to happen, all this milestone has to happen?
No, there is no milestone, and it is just I'm sharing my own experience. And as I explained in the beginning, that sometimes the duration of that things may change. Some step you may skip, or some additional step may come. So these are not fixed, okay? But in general, it goes into this sequence. Okay, so this goes into this sequence. So, and maybe it is a good idea to explain that what our scriptures say on all those things, even though I don't recommend everything to go back to the scriptures, but in this way, maybe next week I will explain how this has been reflected by our all previous masters in the scripture also. But to answer your question, this is not fixed, and you can have your own unique experiences. But in general, it will follow almost these things. Maybe duration will be different. Like some duration, somebody took 2 months, maybe for you it is 2 weeks, and some other maybe somebody has crossed in 1 month, you take 2 years. That is the possibility. But in general, it will follow this way. There is no strict hard and fast things. I'm just sharing my own experience of following this path.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Fine. So just now that completes our learning session.